Hello guys, we are excited to have you here. The team in SDET Byte Hackers working hard on this channel and we are eager to hear what you think. We will come up with more hacks in Jmeter and new Postman tool in upcoming future. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any hacks video once it got released. Before I start, I would like to thank you for each and every subscriber of SDT Byte Hackers and their love and support. Without your support, it's nearly impossible for me to continue producing content on a regular basis. I really love each and everyone comment and love to prepare a new content if it is hard to explain you our comment. Today we have come across a content which was requested by a lot of viewers. So today's session we will discuss how to dynamically call an auth token in Jmeter test script part 2. In my last hack 2 video part 1 we discussed how to dynamically call an auth token when token expiry time is more than the execution time. Very important. Okay, please note that when token expiry time is more than the execution time, then you can go and watch my hack 2 video in my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss how to dynamically call an auth token when token expiry time is less than the script execution time. Be noted, here we are going to create a test plan where our token expiry time is less than the script execution time. You would like to discuss how we can prepare a test plan which will suffice this problem statement. Let's discuss on the problem statement. You would like to run a load test for 1 hour, whereas your token is expiring in every 30 minutes. In this situation, how we can develop a solution which will solve this problem? There are two approaches to solve this problem. Solution 1. Speak to dev team and get a token whose expiry time is more than the script execution time. This approach is not feasible always. There are some restrictions from project to project. So the best solution is solution 2. What is the solution 2 talks about? Solution 2 talks about we need to design a flow who will take a new token in every 30 minutes and continue the test. This is the best solution to solve this problem. Without waiting further, let's move to Jmeter and we'll design the test plan and we'll see how we can able to solve this problem. I'm really excited to move to Jmeter and show you how we can design this test plan. Let's move and watch it. Before move to Jmeter, I would love to walk you through the microservices API which we will use for demo today. I will show you first in Postman how this API works, then we'll move to Jmeter. We will be using two endpoints here. One is auth token and we will be using another endpoint called show order. Okay. Let's hit the auth token. We have getting the auth token that is called access token to you access the second endpoint by the help of auth token. Let me copy this access token, move to show order details, and what I can do is I have to remove this bearer token, provide this access token. I will hit the show order details. Able to see? I can able to see the order details completely. We will be using the same flow to design in Jmeter. Let's move to Jmeter. Here is the Jmeter. Let's begin the session by creating a new test plan. We'll rename the test plan to a proper name as per the requirement. Naming format should be application name underscore type of load test. Right? Let me write the format for you guys. application name underscore type of load test. What is your application name? Our application name is XYZ view order and the type of load test is load test. So what could be our name for this test plan? XYZ view order underscore load test. Okay, looks good. Let's add the user defined variable. Click on add button. In the name section you declare the gateway URL. Okay, gateway underscore URL. Okay, we have one more variable. What is that? That is the test duration, right? How long your test is going to run it. Test duration. So test duration should be 1 hour. So I will write 3600. What is the gateway URL? Gateway URL is nothing but your host URL. Let me pull out the host URL variable from my Postman. Okay, this is my gateway URL and host URL. We are good with the test plan. Let's move to second step. The next step is we need to add a HTTP cookie manager, right? Right click on this test plan, go to add, go to config element, click on HTTP cookie manager. We need to select the option clear cookie on each iteration. Are you good still so far? Yes. Let's move to the next step. In the next step, we need to add a HTTP cache manager, right? Right click on the test plan, go to add, go to config. We need to see HTTP cache manager. Okay, good. We need to select this option clear cache each iteration, use cache control. Okay, by default value is 5000, maximum number of element in cache 5000. We are good. There is no much step needed here. Okay, let's move to the next step. In the next step, we need to add a thread group, right? Right click on the test plan, click on add, go to thread, use thread group. Okay, let's provide the thread group name. What is the naming convention of a thread group? How you can write thread group name? It should be functional name underscore functionality name. Okay, let me pull out the naming format convention for you so that you can refer it and you can write for your application. Sounds good? Okay, here you go. This is called functional name underscore functionality name. What is your functional name? Our functional name is order management. And what is the functionality name? That is view order. Let's write the thread group in proper naming convention. So this is my thread group name. Okay, let me pull out the naming convention for my thread group. That is order management underscore view order. In this thread group, what is the action to be taken after a sample error? Because we are going to select start next thread loop. Okay, I will explain you why we are selecting start next thread loop and why not continue. In the previous session we have selected continue, but here we are going to use the thread loop, so we are using start next thread loop. So let me use number of thread is 1 user, ramp up period 1 second. What I need to do is I need to run this test for 1 hour. So that's the reason I no need to provide any loop count here. What I need to do, I need to select infinite. So loop count should be infinite so that I control my test to the time frame. So I need to run for 1 hour. Already I given the variable section, right? If you go here, that is the test duration 3600. Let's mention the duration, specify the thread lifetime. Okay, so what is this variable name? That is test duration. How you can write the variable name? Dollar bracket stat your variable name. Right, let's pull out your variable name, that is called test duration. Let's copy it, control C, move to thread group. You need to provide control P. Test duration, there is no startup delay required here because we need to run without delay, right? We need to start our test as soon as we hit the run button. Awesome, let's move to the next step. Before proceeding further, let me save this test so that we can use it properly. Okay, let me go ahead and use it like it is demo auth token. Okay, I have given the naming convention for my Jmeter script. Okay, let's save it. Let's move further. As our auth token is getting expired in every 30 minutes, and after each successive 29 minutes, we need to take a fresh token to continue our test without any error. Let's design this. In order to achieve this, we need to add a loop controller. What do you mean by loop controller? Loop controller makes the user request to run a specified number of times. Okay, let's add a loop controller. How to add a loop controller? Right click on the thread group, go to add, go to logic controller, click on loop controller. Let's provide the name for the loop controller. So what is the naming convention we can write? Need to write it is a auth, right? So let's write in caps letter AUTH auth underscore token hyphen. It is a loop controller. In order to understand for us, I am writing loop controller, or I can write short form like LC. Okay, what is my loop count? I need to select infinite because I am time bound to run for 1 hour. So I no need to provide any specific count here. So I need to control through hour, like 1 hour. So in order to do that, I need to select loop count as infinite. Let's move to the next step. What we need to do? We need to add a transaction controller. Okay, right click, go to add, go to logic controller, add a transaction. Let's write the name for the transaction controller. So what is the method for auth token? It is a post method. So I am writing post underscore AUTH underscore token. So this is my transaction controller name for auth token. Then I need to select this option called generate parent sample. Okay, looks good so far. If any doubts, please reach out to me so that I will give more clarity on those areas. I hope till so far you are good. Let's move to the next step. In the next step, we need to add a HTTP request. Okay, right click here, go to add, go to sampler, go to HTTP request. Let's go ahead and fill the HTTP request details for auth token. What is the name? We can write name of the auth request should be auth underscore request. Okay, so what is the protocol we are using? It's a HTTPS protocol. Let me write in small letter HTTPS protocol. What is the server name? Server name is nothing but your gateway name. So already we defined the gateway variable name. So what we need to do is we need to provide the details here. So let's go and fetch the gateway URL name. So what we need to do is gateway URL, and what we need to do is you need to provide here. Okay, I think we have done a small mistakes in the test duration. You need to provide curly braces, not the parentheses. Okay, looks good. Let's move to server name. What is the method? We need to use a post method. Okay. What is path of my auth token? It is slash b1 slash OAUTH2 slash token. Okay, this is my path. Let's add my parameters. Okay, click on add button, right here, grant type, and my value should be client credential. Okay, any spelling mistake, guys? Let me recheck my spelling. Client underscore credential, CREDENTIALS. Awesome, looks good. Let's move to the next step. So what we need to do here is we need to add a header manager, right? For this auth request, right click, go to add, go to config element, HTTP header manager. Awesome. Let's write the name of the HTTP header manager. Let keep it is as a HTTP header manager. No issues with that. We need to add our headers. So click, we have two headers. So I need to add, click on the add button. Then we need to write the header name. What is my header name? With the content type. Okay, let me pull out from Postman. Content type, there are spaces are there, I need to remove. Okay, then we need to add the value of the content type. Awesome, looks good. What is the next variable name? We need to use authorization. Then what is the value of that? The value is we need to provide, pull out from Postman, then we need to provide it here. Awesome, good. So we are good with HTTP header manager. So what is our next step? We need to extract the access token from the auth response. If you remember, guys, in the Postman we have this access token, right? When I started my sessions, I have given a small demo how this API works, right? Once you hit this Postman request, you are getting a access token. So what is our next step? We need to extract this access token value and pass to our subsequent API that is called show order online. Awesome. Let's move to the next step. So in order to extract the value, we need to use a JSON extractor. Why we are using a JSON extractor? Because the auth response is a JSON file, right? We need to fetch one of the value from the JSON response. So that's the reason we are going for a JSON extractor. So we need to add a JSON extractor now. So what we need to do is in the request, right click it, go to add, go to post processor, click on JSON extractor. So we need to provide the JSON extractor name details. Okay, its name is JSON extractor. It is very well and good. Okay, name of the created variable we need to provide as a token, right? Let's suppose this is my token variable name. What is the JSON path expression? What I need to do is I need to write dollar dot, what is the value? In the Postman we see the variable name is access token, access underscore token. Okay, so it will help me to fetch the value of the access token and put into my created variable name token. So my token will receive the value of the access token. In the next step we need to do a response assertion, right? What we need to do is we need to right click on the request, go to add, go to assertion, click on response assertion. Let's fill out the response assertion details. Okay, what is the name? Let's write we are validating the text, okay, in the response. So what I can write it here is text underscore validation colon. What text we are validating? We are validating the text called access token under response. Okay, it's very clear. Name is very clear what validation you are doing and what field validation you are doing in the response. Awesome. This is applicable to main sample only. That looks good. What we are doing? Text validation. So we need to select text response, and it should not a soft string, it should be contains. Okay, what it should contains? It should contain access underscore token. So we need to provide in the pattern to test. So click on the add button, write your variable name here, access underscore token. We are good with auth token now. So what we have done is we have created a loop controller. Inside that we kept the transaction controller. In this transaction controller we provide the auth request, HTTP request details, and we got the access token from the auth request, and we validated this particular auth response also with the response assertion whether access token present in the response or not. We are good. Let's move to the next API call, that is show order. Let's move to the next transaction, that is show order, right? In order to do that, what we need to do is we need to add a runtime controller. How we can add a runtime controller? Right click on the loop controller, go to add, go to logic controller, and there is called a runtime controller. The question will be in your mind, why Devi were using runtime controller here? To give you some summarized view of runtime controller, what exactly this runtime controller will do? Runtime controller control the execution of its sampler or a request for the given time. So you can see in the down we are providing the time. How long this runtime controller need to run? Okay, we are specified here as a 1 second, but as per our requirement, if you look back our requirement, you can able to see that the auth token is expiring in 30 seconds. Sorry, the auth token is expiring in 30 minutes. Okay, and our execution time is 1 hour. So our runtime controller will help us to fetch the new auth token every 29th minute. So what we need to do is here we need to provide the time frame to fetch the new token in the runtime seconds. So it will be like 29 minutes is around 1740 seconds. Okay guys, you can convert minute to seconds. 29 minute is equal to 1740 seconds. In order to achieve that, my runtime controller should able to run the transaction for 29 minutes. In that, after exactly the 29 minute, it will try to go to loop controller again to fetch a new auth token, which help me for a smoother execution. Okay guys, you got this point. This is the game changer point in our script now. Okay, let's move further. Let's write the name of the runtime controller. Okay, that is get underscore order management. Awesome. Hyphen. I'm using as a runtime controller, so I will write a short form as a RC. Okay, let's move to the next step. Now we need to add a HTTP request. So how we can add it? Right click, go to add, go to sampler, click on HTTP request. Let's fill out the HTTP request details. So this is for show order. So we'll provide order management. Order management underscore tr underscore view order. Awesome. We are doing a view order. What is the protocol? It should be HTTPS. What is the server name? It should be $gateway underscore URL, right? Because this is our host name. Let's pull out the host name here. Awesome. This is the get method. Awesome. We need to pull out the endpoint for this get method. Okay, to get the order details. So let me pull out these details. Looks good. It is a get method. There is no parameters needed. Awesome. Let's save it. Okay, let's move to the next step. Now we need to add a HTTP header manager. Okay, right click, go to add, go to sampler, no, go to config and element, click on HTTP header manager. Okay, header manager looks fine. We need to add our two headers. Click on add button. Okay, the first header is nothing but content type. Let me pull out my content type details, guys. Okay, looks fine. Content type should be application/JSON. Okay, so let me write down the value per content type. I need to add one more variable that is called authorization, right? These are the headers, guys. Sorry, this is not a variable, this is the headers. Authorization, and I need to provide the token. So do you remember we have already extracted the token in the variable called token, so we are passing in parentheses. Awesome, guys, our request is ready. Let's move further. Okay, in the next step what we need to add is we need to add a response assertion, right? Go to add, go to sampler, you need to get a response assertion. Add, go to assertion, click on response assertion. Okay, this is for main sample only. Let's do for response code. Last time we did for text response, now do for a response code. Response code equals to, we need to be provide response code equals to 200, right? We need to provide 200 in the button to text. Click on add button. Now provide 200. Good. Awesome, guys. Our request is generated now. Let's save this test plan. So I want to recap this test plan again. We have created a loop controller. Inside that we have provided the transaction controller for auth token. Now in the runtime controller we are controlling the time to get a fresh token in 29 minutes, as our token is expiring in 30th minute. So that way we can able to control the auth token expiry time if it is less than your execution time. Okay, let's move to the next step and add some listener. Right click on thread group, go to listener section, view results tree, then add like summary report. Okay, guys, listener, go to summary report. I think both of the listener is enough for us to test the test. Okay, let's clear everything. Click on run button and see how is our test is running. Awesome, guys, our test is running successfully. If you see in the output section, we have triggered the token once and it is keep on hitting our next API that is called order management show order, right? View order. Okay, this token will keep on hitting, this response will keep on hitting, and it will hit up to 29th minute. In 29th minute you will see one more post auth token that will able to fetch a new token to continue your test without any hassles. This is the way how you can solve this problem. Hope you enjoy this session. Thanks for subscribing to our channel. We hope you enjoy this video and would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. We are always on the lookout for feedback that can help us to improve our content. Stay tuned for more videos like this every week by liking and following us on social media. Thank you guys. See you in next hack. Stay tuned.